Hey, we're celebrating Women's History Month. She has helped to develop a number of very successful and popular spirit brands, with one even earning the interest of LeBron James, huh? Probably know that guy. Today, she is making strides to diversify an industry dominated by men. We are joined by Dia Simms in studio. You are the CEO of Lobos 1707 Tequila and Mezcal, and the co-founder of Pronghorn. That's pretty, there's a lot going on. You are a busy person.
That's right, that's right. And I'll wait till after 12 to have a sip of Lobos today, but I mean, work hard. You guys work hard, we work hard.
But I mean, those names, I mean, to get to where you are, that's quite a story.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, listen, we're thrilled about how well Lobos has been doing over the last couple of years. Lobos means wolves in Spanish. Our founder's from Spain, and his family has been in the industry since the 1700s, which we think 50 years is old in America, right? But, yeah, and LeBron tried it and was like, sign me up, I'm writing a check. I just fell in love with the liquid, which was really the same way I came to it.
Well, that's a pretty good endorsement though, right? Yeah. Because he, being who he is, he doesn't just put his interest or money in anybody.
Not at all.
And if you go to his Instagram page, you see Nike, which we know their relationship, and you see
Lobos. The next spirits Nike. No.
I mean, that's pretty good company though.
No, precisely. Listen, LeBron has such a good track record in terms of being discerning and savvy and just making incredible choices, right? So we're thrilled to have him as part of the Lobos pack.
And the wolf pack.
The wolf pack,
so to speak. I have to tell you, just as a woman, I am just so impressed by where you started and where you are. So can we talk about that just a little bit? Because you're a mom, you're a wife, and you're the CEO of this amazing, huge, multi-gazillion-dollar company. How do you do it? How do you do all that?
You know, I say something all the time, which is, if people say, like, how do you juggle it all?
Yes.
I say, absolutely don't, because juggling is for clowns. And although it feels like a circus, but I'm not in a circus. And what I try to do is think about being in a batting cage. Okay. I'm like, oh, I got to make organic muffins for PTA today. I'm going to do that thing. Oh, I got to close this $100 million deal. I'm going to be all the way in that moment as much as possible.
$100 million deal, yes.
Yeah, but be in the room. Like, but the same level if I'm in the park with my 10-year-old, right? Like, be in the moment. Listen, don't get me wrong, I'm multitasking on a bad day, but that has been the way I've tried to approach it.
I love that saying. Specifically, I've heard the one meaning the same thing, be where your feet are.
Yeah, right?
It's so hard. It is so hard to do that. Do you consciously think about that?
No,
like,
absolutely.
Hey, I need to be where my feet are right now.
1,000%. I have to actually think about it.
Because I hear it and it sounds good right now, and then I'll get into doing what I'm doing later, and I'll be thinking about somewhere else.
I see you being distracted right now. Don't do it.
Just like, what am I doing?
Be with us. Be with us at Tequila.
Okay, so you just said, hey, I'm in the park with my 10-year-old, or I'm in the boardroom doing a $100 million deal.
Yes.
You're probably in that room with a bunch of men.
Oh, absolutely.
So how do you hold your own as a woman?
Oh my gosh.
How do you've obviously earned their respect. I mean, clearly you've earned that respect, but you're a black woman on top of just being a woman,
black woman,
right?
Yeah.
So
So even more unusual
yes.
In an American boardroom. Listen, I'm 47. I started working out at the Department of Defense at 21. Frankly, not much has changed. At a level of kind of, VP up to C-suite, I'm usually still the only woman in any room, and that's been in defense and spirits and fashion and fragrance and music and every great American industry.
Yes.
But what's been exciting about the last couple of years is being intentional about changing it. Before this, when I worked for Combs Enterprises with Sean Puff Daddy Diddy Combs, I was really intentional about bringing on incredible women talent, because it's just good for business. And that's the part that everybody's missing, I think. We talk about it. Every single study shows you have more women, you're getting 2x, 3x returns on your revenue. So forget about doing it for your heart, do it for your wallet. It's a fiduciary disservice. If you look around, there's no women in your office, you're making less money than you could be.
It really is not a complex thought.
It's not a complex thought at all.
It really isn't, to diversify, whether it's in gender or
just the diversity of thought. Absolutely.
Tell me about specifically within the spirits industry being male dominated, and the importance of representation in that specific industry, because it's not like women or people of diverse backgrounds don't like spirits, right?
Absolutely. Women and people with diverse backgrounds are showing up as consumers and leading consumer trends in this industry, right? So you want to be savvy and you want to future-proof in the spirits industry and any industry, right? You need to hire and invest in a population that reflects the consumer you serve, right? And it's happening, it's necessary. I'm proud actually to be a part of the spirits industry where you do see intentionality and industry working together to say, you know what, we're going to be intentional about making a change. And you can't be what you don't see. So like I'm intentional about being like, I'm bringing, at Lobos 1707, we're over 50% women in the leadership suite. We're over 60% ethnically diverse. And we tripled our forecast last year because of that diversity, not in spite of it.
So how does, where did that tenacity come from for you? Because 21, you're working for the Department of Defense. To go from that at 47 to, to be where you are, were you just determined? Were you just motivated? Was it your parents?
Where does that determination come from?
Yeah. I grew up in a house that was very much like, if you can get a B, you can get an A. And it was more so like anything we're doing is worth doing like the heck out of. And my parents were always very good about like, no, happiness, like love, that's what life's all about. But if you're doing something, let's really do it. Like, what's the point of doing something a little bit or a small way? And I've always tried to approach things like, let's be audacious. I could sell something around my neighborhood, but I want a global tequila brand around the world that launched in Dubai 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Let's not do things in a small way.
I love the thought process, but do you just collapse in a bed at night? How do you just surviving day in, day out, like operating that way stresses me out.
Yes.
It's not like I want to do a poor job.
You must have an amazing supportive spouse, first of all.
Absolutely.
You do,
Incredible.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
And
Incredible spouse.
You just moved here back
I just moved back to ATL in the summer, up in
That's
Swanee.
exciting.
Yes. So we're excited to be back in Atlanta, which is just an incredible city in terms of how people legitimately network, help each other. So much entrepreneurial fire. So it's just been a beautiful place to be inspired by and continue to build the Lobos brand out.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I did see the LeBron after he passed the all-time scoring record.
Yes.
A lot of Lobos at the party and celebration afterwards, as it should be.
Tequila celebration and champions.
Good stuff. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And by the way, it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's absolutely.
Like quite literally, it is always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere in the world, yes.
And by the way, we have posted this interview online so you can check it out for yourself. Be inspired. Don't do anything small. Go big.